Hi, thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Amani Patreon. I wanted to fish the middle fork of the Feather River today. That's what I had planned on last week when I was looking at the 10-day forecast. And it looked like it was going to be clear in Portola where I wanted to explore the river. But it's snowing there right now. Snow came a day early, and once again, the computer models are wrong. So I'm out here at the East Mustang Bridge. I have until 4 o'clock before it starts raining. It's about 9 o'clock right now. And I'm on the other side, the side where the landfill is. I drive down the road and then you take that left and you come out towards that brown building. And I'm gonna hike and fish down this side farther than I have before. I haven't fished very far down this side. Usually if I get 1 or 2 good fish, I call it a day. But it's gonna get really windy really soon, so I need to get on this right now. I have white jigs and black jigs today. I've had these white jigs in my fishing cabinet for about 8 months now. And I've never put any of them in my box. But I've gone ahead and put them in my box for today, and I want to try them. So if I get a fish that won't hit my black jig, maybe I'll push it to the other color jigs. So there's a dirt road that goes down there. I'm not messing around with the big muddy hole in the middle of it. I don't have that good a clearance, and I ain't looking to get stuck. So let's start hiking out there. Let's see if we can't get a fish in the net. I've got a really good Patreon streak going. If you scroll back, I've been doing it every week. I've been getting a good fish. And I don't know about today. We're just gonna have to go see if I can keep this streak alive. So if you go on this side of the river, you take that left before the road up to the landfill, you can drive on this dirt road pretty far. I'm just not looking to deal with this. I've been stuck enough times. I don't have that great a clearance, and there's a couple spots like this. If there's snow or it's really muddy, I don't want to mess with it. It's easier for me to walk an extra quarter mile or even a half mile than dig myself out. I'm gonna cut down to the river right here though. All right, I'm gonna hard charge it because I don't have a lot of time today. I don't know when this weather's gonna turn south on me. I'm hard charging down beyond where I've ever fished. And I wanna see some new water. I spotted some pretty good looking stuff from the other side of the river. And I was like, how is it that I've never been there? So today we're going there. What I'm not gonna do is burn a bunch of time in slower water like this, where I could catch something, but my best bet is always gonna be where the boulders are. So about quarter mile downstream, that's where the boulders start, and that's where I'm gonna start fishing. That dude has seen better days, I'm sure. I'd lie if I said I didn't interrupt my hard charge out here with a couple casts, but this is where I planned on starting. And then there's some really clear bank around that bend in the distance. So it's time to see if we can make it happen. This is really shallow here, so with my short 5-foot rod, I'm holding my rod straight up and down to keep my jig out of the rocks and the sticks. But if there's a fish in one of these deep depressions, it'll have to hit my jig as it skips by. Well, it won't have to, but I hope so. All right, I was casting out downstream, swinging it past that boulder, and I just had a nice fish follow it. I'm gonna try it again, and then I'm gonna tie on a white jig and see if I can get him with the 1-2 punch. So maybe if he slips my jab, I can catch him with my follow-up right hook. So we'll see. So that white jig is really visible in the water. So that's kind of what I brought this. I want to use this when the water's stained, But I also want to see if I can 1-2 punch it with this thing. And that fish didn't even look at it. Come on, white jig. I'm really looking for follows, because if I get a follow that won't bite, I'm going to the 1-2 punch white jig. White jig's not ready for a starting quarterback position, but I will put him in for a couple plays if it comes down to it. And I want to get a different look, like a wildcat, if you know about football. All right, I'm in never fished here before territory. So it's time to get to work here. I'm liking what I see. There's a lot of this rocky shoreline with no brush that I gotta fight. So let's see what we can do here, man. Got one way out in the middle, and then he swam over here into this fast water. Now I'm screwed. Come on, buddy. I can't fight you down in that fast water. You gotta work with me here. Swim upstream. There he goes. There he goes. He's coming upstream for me. He's coming upstream for me. Come on upstream, buddy. Oh, he got off. He got off. He was right on the lip of the net. Oh, that fish was nice. Oh, he was right on the lip of the net. That was like a nice 18-inch brown. Crap. That was right there in that fast water. If I had him here where I could just walk along the shore, that would have been a slam dunk, man. Oh, that was very, very depressing. That was very depressing. But I know where he lives now, so I'll be back. God, I misfired on the netting of that fish, and I've been doing this long enough to know you ain't gonna get many chances at an 18-inch trout like that in one day. But, you know, it doesn't mean it can't happen. A really big fish just came right there. He followed it from out there. I'm gonna see if I can get him to go again. He was trying to get my jig, he just couldn't. Let's slow it down a little bit. That was a big trout. It's nowhere to be seen. Man, I had a lot of chances today, but this storm wind is coming strong right now. I'm gonna stick it out though. It's just really hard to direct my jig anywhere. I'm almost down to the bridge, and it's getting windy, but I'm not quitting. I just had another fish just come up and nail my jig, but it wasn't very big. But I've seen several big fish. This has just been a frustrating day. I got a fish, but this ain't gonna save me from getting skunked. It's a small one. He got off. He was only like 10, 11 inches, so I was doing a slow retrieve like this along the bottom, and I picked him up. He just was small. All right. The storm's upon me and it's downstream, but I hooked something strong, man. It's way down there. Oh, he got off. He got off. Darn it. Oh, I lost another one. Oh, that was a good fish, man, but I got him downstream and oh, look at the storms coming. Crap. I think that was a big rainbow. I saw him jump. I have to fish the spot downstream just because it's my only option, but when I got that big fish, he had too much of an advantage on me, man. I just couldn't get him in. Got another big rainbow. I mean, I'm hooking a lot of fish. This fish has already jumped 3 times before the camera even came on, but he's doing me a big favor by swimming upstream. I just want something in the net, man. I gotta start hiking back. Get up out of that current. Get up over here, boy. There he is. He's not huge, but he's fighting. It's a good fish. I call this not getting skunked if I can get him in the net, but I don't know today, man. Where is he? He's holding in this deep channel. There he is. There he is. He's battling. Come on, buddy. I've put in the time today. The wind is howling. The storm is here. All right. Come on, dude. God, this fish is really strong. He's got me in the current. All right. Come on, dude. He is not gonna give up. That's actually a brown. This is a really strong fighting brown. I barely got him, but I got him in the net. Thank you. This fish did me a huge favor and saved me. It's like a nice 16-incher, 17-incher, nice fish. Get him back in there. Oh man, what a day this has been. I ain't done. It ain't raining yet. I'm fishing a little bit more. I'm fishing in this gale force wind now. So when I cast out, I gotta reel in really quick because there's like 50 yards of line the wind blew out. And then I'm just popping it in to keep my rod tip as low as I can. Cause you know what? I want another fish, man. That didn't do it for me. He's small, but I'll take anything right now. I'm in full battle mode when it comes to fish, so let's do battle. There he is, little brown. Get him back in. And the water level's way lower than it was that last time when I first fished down here in this fork of the river. So it's slow, and what I'm doing is I'm throwing it out into the wind, and then I'm just scooting it really slow across the bottom. And that's what I picked that fish up with. I've been doing a lot of this. So far it's yielded 2 small hook sets. But I'm doing that little scoot down deep, and I'm giving them more time. Traditionally, what I would do in this situation is go with the fast retrieve so they can't see it. But I've kind of learned that the slow retrieve along the bottom kind of works too. So I'm just twitching it, and I'm just crawling it in. So I'm not going much farther. I'm really hungry, and I got a long way to hike back, and there's a big nasty rain cloud right there. For a day of unplanned fishing, man, did I fish a lot. It's almost 3 o'clock, and I gotta get out of here, man. It's probably gonna start dumping on me before I make it back to my car, because it's about a 45-50 minute hike back to my car. And I'm not even gonna stop. I'm gonna stop and make a couple casts where I saw one big rainbow chase my jig right to my feet, because it was a couple hours ago. But other than that, I gotta get out of here. I'm starving, I'm thirsty. And anybody that's a new subscriber to my Patreon, let me tell you something. If you think I'd just come out and mail it in and try to get any clip I can up, my 1 clip a week, that is obviously not the case. I could not stop fishing today, man. I lost that first big brown, then I lost that big rainbow. I was stressing. And I had like 3 other big trout follow my jig right up to me. And I just couldn't get them to bite. It was in areas where the water was a little slower. But I got that one in the net. I got that little guy. Lost a couple. It's a good day of fishing. I just didn't get the big one today, man. I'm disappointed, and I got to get out. So it's gonna start snowing and raining every day for a little bit of time. I think Thursday and Friday might be the next chances I get, but even then, it's gonna rain so much, I don't know what anything's gonna look like. I'm gonna try to fish the middle fork of the Feather River next Friday maybe, or Thursday, I don't know. I really want to fish it before it starts dumping again and it turns brown, but we'll just have to see. But I got in my fishing for Patreon today. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with the rain and the snow in the mountains. It's all good. I got to start hiking. So thank you so much for subscribing to my Patreon. I really appreciate the support. Hopefully it adds and helps me reach the ultimate goal of doing this full time. But I'm not there yet, but I'm still going to be fishing. Thank you for joining me on Witness with the Monty Patreon. Until next time.